Now, my friends, this is the time we're gonna go over the hands-on exercise or experience. We're gonna be following here the instructions. First bullet point, sign up for Power BI with new Microsoft 365 trial. This applies to you if you don't have a Power BI Pro license. If you already have one, please skip this process. But you need to follow the steps. If you don't have one, follow the steps here from this link. Let's open this for now. And here is the key part. To follow along, sign up for a Office 365 E5 trial on this website. Let's see. So it's gonna take you over here and then go over here, Office 365 E5, and try for free. Just follow the steps there and then you're gonna be good to go. If you go back, something really important here is that if you don't have an account, Microsoft walks you through the steps to create a new own Microsoft work account. What does it mean? It means that you cannot use your personal email. That is why you need to create a own Microsoft work account. Second bullet point here is to optimize for mobile layout. As you may remember, in week 3, we already optimized this for our Power BI report. So we should be good to go here. But for dashboards, we haven't done it yet because we haven't created any dashboards yet. So this task needs to be completed once a dashboard is created. Third bullet point, implement a continent row level security. I have the Power BI desktop file on the right side. And this is the week 3 Power BI report that we created. As you might remember, we created this in week 3. We have country, we have continent, we have world, and also we created tooltips and a drill through page. Something that I noticed was the following. If we go to continent, see right here, it says country. This should say continent. Let's make this adjustment quickly. And then this guy right here, this is continent. So we are good to go there. Now we need to create this North America row level security. What we need to do next here is to go over modeling, go to over manage roles, and then we're gonna create this role called North America. And remember, we have 2 different types of row level security. We are using right now the static row level security. So we created our role. Let's go over continents, and then here we need to create our rules. This should be continent equal, and then we need to specify here North America. Make sure that we're spelling North America correctly, so we are good to go. And let's hit save. So it's thinking, and then we're gonna be closing this. Let's test this role quickly. Let's expand this. Let's go over modeling again and then view as. Let's select here North America and let's see what happens. In theory, we should be seeing information just for North America. So let's see if that is the case. See, we only have North America. And then let's take a look at country here. Let's make sure that this is working properly across all pages. If we go over here, see right here, North America, we only have countries here for just North America. What does it mean? It means that this is working perfectly fine. Now let's go over the 4th bullet point. Create a workspace in the Power BI service. Once you have a Power BI license, you will have access to the Power BI service. And if that's the case, we need to create our workspace there. We're gonna call it Power BI Accelerator. And like I said before, I already have a Power BI Pro license. Let's go over Workspaces, and then there is an option here called New Workspace. Hit this option, and then this is the time where we need to create our workspace. So the name of the workspace should be Power BI Accelerator. And let's go back to the Google Classroom instructions. We already have the name Power BI Accelerator, so we are good there. For description, this is up to you. This is where the magic happens. This is just me and my friends, but it's up to you. You can add whatever you think is necessary to make this Power BI workspace accessible and understandable. Domain, we don't have to do anything. And then for image, we can also add an image here if we want. And let's use this. And then let's hit apply. So we should be good now. So we have this workspace called Power BI Accelerator. Let's go back to the instructions. So this is great. We already have our workspace. We added the logo. We're good to go. Now this is the time to go over the 5th bullet point here. Publish your report to the Power BI service. And here are the steps. And also something really important here is to add an email address to the North America role that we created in step 3. We need to test the role. And here are also the steps. Select the semantic model, more options, security, add members, and then test as role. This is the report that we created previously. Go over home, and then we're gonna publish this report. Remember here, the most efficient way to share reports with your end users is to publish your reports that you created in the Power BI desktop to the Power BI service. And that's what we're doing right now. Save the changes, and then you need to look for your workspace. Our workspace is called Power BI Accelerator. So this is the workspace, and then we're gonna hit select. So it's thinking. Perfect. Success here. You can hit got it, or you can go over the report as well. So let's do this. Once you do that, this report, remember, is already in the Power BI service. And here is the report, 3 different tabs: country, continent, and world. What we need to do next is to add an email address to your role that you created in the Power BI desktop. Now, if you go over the Power BI Accelerator workspace that we created a few minutes ago, the report and also the semantic model, they are already here in this workspace. For role level security, we need to go over the semantic model, more options, and then let's go over security. We have our role here, it's called North America. We created this role in the Power BI desktop, you might remember that. What we need to do next is to add members to this role. And we can add here my email. So it's already there, and then hit add. Save this. We just added a member to this role. Now we can test it. Go over the ellipses here, more options, and then test as role. So this new window pops up, and check this out. This is just for North America, and this is working in the Power BI service. Let's double check that. Let's go over continent, and right here we only have North America. If you go back to country over here, these countries are just for North America as well. Continent here, world, this is just for North America as well. The 6th item here is to create a dashboard in the Power BI service. We need to pin all the economic indicator visuals, and then we need to name the dashboard as World Economic Indicators, and then we need to add a logo, a title. Let's go back to the workspace, and then let's open the report. Once we are here, we're gonna pin every single visual here, every single indicator. So let's pin this visual. New dashboard, we need to have a new dashboard here. World Economic Indicators, and then let's hit pin. So let's keep pinning more visuals. This guy right here as well. Same story, this is gonna be just to an existing dashboard. The dashboard that we just created, the World Economic Indicators, pin. And the same thing for inflation. We're gonna be doing the same thing, pin. Unemployment, same story here. Life expectancy, same story. Electricity rate, same story. And also, if you go over world, let's also pin this. Pin visual, boom. And now we can go to the dashboard. Now this is the dashboard that we just created. What's happening here is that we are grabbing visuals from the Power BI report and then consolidating them in just one page, and it's called dashboard. So what we need to do next is, let's do this over here. Let's do this as well. And then we can also do this. Swipe below, and this should be right there. We need to add a logo and title to your dashboard. Use the link below for the logo, and then the title should be World Economic Indicators. Okay, so let's copy this for now. And then here we're gonna hit edit, add title. So let's add first the title, okay? Text box. Next, it's gonna be like this. And we can also select here the font. How about 40? And we're gonna be doing this. And hopefully this as well. And then apply. We can also do something like this. And we can keep editing this if we want. We don't want to display this. And then they should be good now. So now we need to insert the logo. For the logo, we need to use this. Let's maximize this. We're gonna copy this link, Control C, and then edit again. And then we're gonna add an image. Hit next. The URL is gonna be this. And then let's hit apply for now and see what happens. So now we have the logo right here. We can make an adjustment here. And we can keep making adjustments here. And we can do something like this. Remember, the main goal here is to have all these visuals in just one page. That is the purpose of creating a Power BI dashboard. Okay, this looks good in my opinion, but we can maximize and see. Hit back. So we are back in the report now. We have a couple of additional steps here. We need to ensure that your visuals fit on a single screen. We already validated that. And then we need to create also a mobile layout. So let's go back to the workspace. This is the dashboard that we just created. Let's open this again. And then we're gonna hit edit, mobile layout. Remember, the goal is to use our phones to make faster decisions. So this looks fine, but we can make an adjustment here in terms of the logo. So we can do something like this. This looks better, and then you can also do something like this. As you can see, you can make a couple of tweaks, and this looks so much better now. Back to web layout. This also looks good. So now let's go over the 7th bullet point here. Create a Power BI app and consolidate our report and dashboard. So we need to go over the workspace. We need to name the app as World Economic Indicators. We need to add a description as well, add a logo. This is the workspace that we created. As you can see, there is an option here called Create App. So let's hit this option, and then we're gonna call this app. So you might remember World Economic Indicators, description. I believe we also have instructions for the description. So let's copy this, go back over here, and here we also have a logo. This logo is coming directly from the workspace. Let's see if this works. If not, we can change it. The app theme, let's select here black, and then we should be good to go. Add content. Let's hit this option, and we're gonna be selecting here these two, the report and also the dashboard. Let's hit add, go to audience, and then if you wanna share this with a specific audience, you might have some groups. If not, perhaps emails. You can add the emails here. And the audience that we have right now is for the World Economic Indicators audience. You can also create another audience here, and you can share it separately as well. And then I think we're good to go. Let's double check this. So this is working fine. So the dashboard is also working fine. So one of the requests, if you go back to the instructions, is to have the dashboard first. If you go back to content, what we need to do here is move up. I want to see the dashboard first on the top, and then let's go again over audience. So we are good here, and then we're gonna publish the app. Publish the app, go to the app. So let's go to the app quickly, and now we have the app right here. And remember, here with the app, we are consolidating everything in just one place. We have here first the dashboard that we created, and then we also have the report that we created previously. We have also separate pages, it's right there. Also, something important here is the logo. We don't have contrast because it's black. We need to have a transparent or white logo. So we need to change this. Let's go back to the workspace quickly. So let's look for the Power BI Accelerator workspace. And what we need to do here is to update the app. So this logo is not working fine, so we need to change it. Let's delete this and then upload a new logo. And we're gonna be using the white logo here. So let's update the app, and then let's see what happens. Go to the app. Now we can see the logo here. There is contrast. This is just a tiny detail, but it's helpful in terms of design, okay? let's go back to the instructions quickly. We need to create a subscription. This is just a bonus. So once you create the app, if you go over here, there is an option called subscribe to dashboard. You can add a subscription here. Create subscription. You can rename it. You can do whatever you want here. Recipients, you can add the emails here. The starting date and also the end date, it's up to you. Let's say that it starts today. It ends on Monday the 29th. It's gonna be daily. And then you can also schedule the time zone, and then once it's done, save it. With that subscription, the end user will get an email with these results. For this particular case, with this dashboard. Finally, my friends, we're gonna go over sharing your Power BI app with your end users. So this is the app. We have a couple options here. You can just copy the link and then share it via email, through Teams. You can do whatever you want here. The other option is to go over manage access. And then you're going to be creating new audiences. For this particular case, the audience is called World Economic Indicators. You can add users over here. You can add emails and then grant access. That's one option. Another option could be create new audiences, which is manage audiences here. There is an option here to create new audiences. You can do that as well. It's up to you. It's based on the needs that you have for your business. This is it, my friends. We just finished this 4-week Power BI mentorship program. I hope you found this helpful. If so, send me an email, let me know. Leave your comments on YouTube as well. If you found this helpful, share with your friends, and thank you. Thank you again, and see you next time.